Hello everyone. Here is the tutorial for working with our balance data in calculating the center of pressure pathway for both the X and Y direction, as well as for graphing it. So here's one of the conditions that we have where we have our center of pressure in the X and Y coordinates. And the first thing we're going to do is calculate the total pathway in each of those directions. So to do this, I'm first going to name my column. So this is going to be my COPX, and I'm going to call it path. And for this first one, we're just going to make it 0 because the distance hasn't changed. And then for this next one, we want to see what the total distance traveled was from the current point relative to the previous point. And again, we don't care about the direction because distance is just going to be scalar. So we want to know what the absolute value difference is. And for this equation, I'm going to type in equals, and I'm going to do ABS for absolute. And then I'm going to hit tab on that to select my function. And then I want to do the absolute value of my current X location minus my previous X location. And then I'll close off that formula. And then we can copy this down. I'm going to do the same thing for my COPY path. So 0, and I'm going to do equals absolute of my current minus my previous, and copy that down. And then I'm going to find what my total distance traveled in each direction was. And so for this, I'm going to call this my COPX total path and my COPY total path. And I'm going to expand my column here so it all fits in. And this is where I'm going to use the sum function. So I'm going to do equals sum, and I want to add my entire column for my X. And then I'm going to do the same thing, equals sum for my total column in E. Okay, so in the X direction, I had a total distance traveled of 33, and I believe this is in millimeters. And then in my COPY, the total distance traveled was 31 millimeters. Okay, so that's for my first condition. I have my another file here that has my second condition. And I'm going to copy this in, and I'm going to go paste it in here. And also what I'm going to do in the column before it is I'm just going to say what condition it is. So this was my eyes closed. And I'm also going to insert a column before A. So I'm going to highlight column A and insert. And this was my eyes open trial. That way I know what is what. And I'm going to do the same exact thing that I just did. So COPX path, COPY path. Now you can type in the equations again, or what you can actually do is, well, we know these first ones are 0, so I'm just going to put those in. You can copy the first cell that you used to calculate for the COPX and paste it in there. And you see it brings my cell references over with it and updates it automatically. And then I can copy that down. And I'll do the same with my COPY. Paste it in and copy it down. Now for my copying and pasting on my computer, so I'm using Command-C because I have a Mac. If you have a Windows operating system, you can use Control-C and then Control-V or Command-V to paste. And that's how I can do it without doing my right-clicking. All right, so you would repeat this for each of your conditions. I only have eyes open and eyes closed data, but essentially you do the same thing with your other two conditions. And now we want to plot them. So we're going to be plotting our COPX and COPY. Oh, sorry, before I do that, I want my total path for each one for my eyes closed condition. And so I'm going to copy both my header and then the formulas for my COPX and COPY for my last condition. And I'm going to go paste them over next to my eyes closed condition. And you see it's taking the sum of each one appropriately. And as you can tell with the eyes closed, my total path traveled in both the X and Y direction were much greater than that when my eyes were open. Makes sense. Our balance has, our vision component was altered, so we would expect to have greater center of pressure trajectory or pathway when the eyes are closed. Okay, so now we want to plot our data. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all my data in columns C and D. This is going to be my X variable. COPY will be my Y variable. I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to come over to the Scatter Plot option. And I'm going to go to the Smooth Line. And I get some squiggly spaghetti that looks a little something like that. So now what you can do is you can make an individual plot for each one. So I could just highlight my other condition, do it again, and insert a scatter, the smooth scatter, and then I can change my titles appropriately. So this was my eyes closed. This was my eyes open. And so we can have those two plots just by them side by side. What's not great about this is I want my axes to be even. So here you can see it's 6 by 6, or 6 to -1 and 0 to 6. And here it's 2.5 to -0.5 and 0 to 2.5. So I want my axes for the eyes open condition to match it. So I'm going to double click on my labels. And for my axes options, my minimum I'm going to leave at 0, but I'm going to change my maximum to 6. And then for my y-axis, I'm going to make my minimum -1 and my maximum 6. And this matches what I had for my other one. So now we're looking at the same grid, and we can see that the pathway was much larger with the eyes closed than the eyes open. Okay, so that was how to plot each one individually. If you want to plot each one in the same graph, so I'm going to again just insert my first scatter plot. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my graph. I'm going to go to Select Data. I'm going to rename this Legend and change this to eyes open, so I know what's what. Oops. So this is eyes open. And then I'm going to add another series and call this eyes closed. And for my X values, I'm going to select all my X, so my first X column, and then I'm going to hold Command Shift and push down, or Control Shift and down if you have a Windows operating system. And this is going to select all the data there, and I'll hit Enter. And then I'll do the same for my Y values, selecting that and Command Shift down, and I say OK. And then I go up and I have my graph. Now I want to make sure I get some things added there. So when I have my graph clicked, I'm going to go to Add Chart Element, and I want to add a legend, and I'm just going to put it at the bottom. So now it tells me that the blue condition was my eyes open, my orange condition was my eyes closed. And then we can add our axes titles. So on the X, it's our COP X. And then the Y, oops, I got rid of the Y, horizontal. Horizontal and vertical, so the Y was our COP X. And this was in millimeters. And then here we had our COP Y, also in millimeters. Okay, so and then if you had another data set, you would do the same thing, where you go to Select Data, and you would add another series in, and then select all that data, so you get 4 on each graph. So you can either do it this way, or you can do it with each individual ones. Doesn't matter to me, whatever your preference is. But the big thing too is to also make sure you're calculating the total path for each one. Of course, if you have any questions, please come to the Open Lab on Friday from 9 to 11, or feel free to reach out to Sam and I with any questions. Thanks and good luck.